Hey Howard, it's Rock here. I wanted to do a video on the grip. I got my microphone tied to me and so you could hear me better, and also so I can move in close to show you, exactly what I'm doing with my grip. So for me, when I grip the club, I usually start with my right hand and then I have my left hand add that on it. But the details of that is when I take my grip, the first thing I do is using the tips of my pinky, ring, and middle finger, so above this last knuckle here, so the tip right here, these tips, I take those tips, and I have my thumb in there, so hopefully you can see that, right at the base of my thumb pad, kind of right on my lifeline. I put that thumb in there, and I clamp that thumb in using pressure on these fingertips, and hopefully you can see the whites of my fingers, how much pressure I'm putting on it. So the hand, those fingertips are putting pressure. I mean, I can move this, my thumb's not going anywhere, okay? It's clamped in there with the fingertips. So I don't have pressure above this knuckle here on these hands, so you can kind of hopefully see a little bit of gap in there. So a little bit of gap in there, so I don't have any pressure besides right above those knuckles. So that thumb is clamped in like that. These two fingers, the thumb and the trigger finger of my right hand, don't have any pressure there. Those don't even have to be on the club when I'm hitting a golf shot. I do lay them in, but they're not doing much. Okay, so I have it clamped in on the lead hand. I have it in here like so. It's at an angle. So if you look at it, it's about like that, kind of from the butt pad down here of my lead hand or my left hand to the base knuckle here of my trigger finger. So once I have that clamped in, all I do is I kind of pull this down a little bit and grab the pinky right on the butt of the club. So right on the butt end of the club, my left pinky grabs it, and then the completed grip has, there's a little bit of gap in there, okay? So the thing that unifies my two hands together is the fact that I have this thumb clamped in there, all right? So this hand is very light pressure, not too much. I mean, I can almost hit a shot without it being there, but I do have to grab it a little bit. But when I'm swinging, all I'm doing is I'm just taking my right hand, going up with it like this, and going down, and then just pushing the sole through into the ground. So I don't need a whole lot of pressure on this left hand, just enough to kind of secure and so I have a hold of it a little bit. So that's the motion. It's just straight up like that. I maintain the pressure on this thumb during the whole swing. So that's what I feel. So that's the critical thing in this whole thing, is just using these the pinky ring middle of the right hand to press the thumb into the palm of the right hand, and then once you have that, then you kind of put your other fingers on so they're comfortable, and that's it. So if I take my left hand off, that's the complete grip. So there it shows kind of where I have it in the left hand. On the right hand, if I let go, that's where I have it. All right, so I grab it with the pinky. So that's, hopefully you can see that exactly where I have it. Okay, so from this view, it's like, like that. All right, so from this view, it's like that. Okay, so the thumb, if I let go, the thumb is on there like that. So it's kind of on the side of the shaft. At the 1 o'clock position, this would be 12, which would be dead center of the shaft. I have it over here, and the reason being is I want to clamp that thumb into the palm. So I put that thumb, a little bit off to the side. I get maybe a little bit of a longer thumb, and I can get it shorter too, but I kind of prefer it a little bit longer. So that's an individual preference probably. And then the other thing is the way my arms are. I kind of have them kind of like that, kind of relaxed like that, so I can just fold it, just fold the arm like that. All right. So most people will look at this grip and say, you have a very strong right hand grip and a very weak left hand grip, and that's true. So again, I'm not trying to twist or do anything. I'm just going straight up, straight down. So I don't need, to me this is the ideal grip to allow me to do that, to go ahead and just hammer down, and so it's just hammer down and just go through. Okay, so that's the motion. I have a grip to match what I'm doing in my swing. So hopefully you can see that, Howard. Thanks for everything, and let me know how you like this. All right, see you, buddy.